today's video, we will be looking at a powerful Christian witness. So here's our first quote. Missionaries for the Master are best prepared for work abroad in the Christian household, where God is feared, where God is loved, where God is worshipped, where faithfulness has become second nature, where haphazard, careless inattention to home duties is not permitted, where quiet communion with God is looked upon as essential to the faithful performance of daily duties. All right, so I just love this quote because let's take a look at it, right? It's the balance of, yes, you should be a missionary, but it starts at home. The mission work always starts at home. It always starts at home. And this is something that I've emphasized on this channel before. I'm emphasizing now, and I'm sure I'll emphasize it again, because it's a balance. We have to remember we do have a work to do outside, but we have a work to do at home. And I love how she breaks it down to fear God, to love God, and where God is worshipped. All three of those things. It's like a wholesome Christian experience, you know. And then just the part about careless inattention to home duties. I'm like, oh dear. So we need to be intentional even about the little things. And trust me, I have grumbled a time or two over the kitchen sink. Like, trust me, I've grumbled so much in so many different areas of my home. I've grumbled and not done it with the right spirit, or seen it as, oh, here I am doing this monotonous thing again. Even, you know, sometimes I humor myself. Sometimes I humor myself and I watch a video on laundry hacks. And I can just safely say, if you have children, yeah, and you have a family or whatever, even if there's no children in the house and it's just enough people in the house, clothes just have to get washed. It's something, you can hack it all you want. The only hack that I can really say is declutter, yeah, so that you actually have clothes that you're more likely to wear. And then after that, just wash faithfully and maybe give yourself a break day. There's no other way around it. But in doing our duties, we want a loving atmosphere. We want a loving attitude towards even the most boring and simple duties, because all of this, it's reflected in how we go about our mission abroad. And the second quote is, we need more sunshiny parents and sunshiny Christians. We are too much shut up within ourselves. Too often, the kindly, encouraging word, the cheery smile, are withheld from our children and from the oppressed and discouraged. So that is really encouraging. As a person, I do prefer to be more upbeat. You know, I have had to learn for myself to not always want to just get to happy and deal with things. So what I mean with that is I'll just want to continue, just be happy, just get on with it and not actually address things. And when you don't actually address things and deal with them properly, it comes out anyway. It's going to come out in some relationship, in your demeanor, some way. So it's best to just deal with things. But overall, I do prefer to be happy and upbeat and up there. You know, I know not everyone's naturally that way inclined. And if you're not, ask God, God, help me to be a sunshiny parent. This is counsel that's given. Help me to be that sunshiny Christian that you want me to be, because God always brings out the best in us. Yeah, we all have our own unique personalities. It's not about me being like someone else or someone else being like me. It's about you allowing God to bring out that sunshine in you, because he is the sunshine, you know. They relate to their grievances in such a way. So in this quote, she's referring to neighbors, right? They relate their grievances in such a way as to call forth sympathy for themselves. But it is a great mistake to pour our trouble into the ears of others, especially when many of our grievances, oh, hold your breath for this slap, especially when many of our grievances are manufactured and exist because of our irreligious life and defective character. You see, after I read that part there, I had to say, okay, God, I see you there. I see you there, you know, because my oh my, do I know how to relate, I know how to relate grievances to others. I'm a professional at that, right? So when I read that and I saw, okay, well, in this context, she is talking about neighbors. She's speaking in terms of, okay, we'll close the door if you want to witness to them, because they'll be thinking, oh, wow, they're going on with things in their house and they're talking about Christ. So I get that. It didn't necessarily say the church brethren, because in the Bible, we're told confess your faults to one another. But I think even then, there's a balance of, okay, every single time that something's popping off in the house, you don't necessarily have to run tell that. You know what I mean? Every single time something's popping off, you don't have to run and tell mummy or daddy or friend, oh, he did this or she did this. Oh, this woman that thou gave me. Yeah, for real. Especially if you just go to God and say, God, this woman, this man that thou has given me. You see what I'm saying? In the KJV, you know, just go to him and say that, because you guys will have your thing, you'll make up, and then you just go to God. So what I'm learning is try not to run with every single thing. I mean, I have learned it over time, yes, but it was good for me to read that quote, to just be reminded of the fact that, you know what, when something happens, just go straight to God first. Because for real, in religious life, because sometimes you are doing the things, sometimes we're doing the things that make us feel Christian and look Christian, but we're not really converted Christians. And in terms of defective character, if you don't have accountability as a person, if you're not willing to look inside and say, what are my faults? What are my things? Lord, show me myself. Then you're going to have a defective character. If you're comparing yourself to other people, but you're not comparing yourself to Christ, you are going to have a defective character, because you'll be walking around thinking, wow, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Oh Lord, thank God that I'm not like him, you know? So all of that to say, just when something happens, okay, God, it's you. Show me, am I wrong in this situation? Could it be something that I'm doing? Or is it all on the spouse, you know? Because it's easy with your spouse to say, you do this, you do that, you know? But are we willing to take that same energy, you know? All right then, ladies, so that's a powerful Christian witness, and I will come with another chapter in the next couple weeks. So make sure again that you read the book and check out my website, Organize My Dreams, and check out the other videos while you're here. All right then, bye ladies.